Studying abroad at BYU literally changed my life.
Hi, my name is Kay. I am graduated in December 2018 with a degree in Information Systems at BYU, and I'll be working for Microsoft Japan after I graduate.
BYU helped me to see a completely new world from different perspectives. Because BYU has diverse students from different backgrounds and there are so many opportunities to try new things.
My school started in Japan at Ritsumeikan University, and I went there for a year to study sports health science to become a PE teacher.
I enjoyed the campus life there, but I started doubting myself, thinking like, is this what you really want to do for your future? I chose to study at the university because I simply did not know what jobs were available to me other than a PE teacher and the job my dad has. But I think most people in Japan have felt the same way. We have to choose what we want to study before entering our selected university. I think many people wonder, why now? I haven't decided what I want to do yet. I need more time. I felt this way too. I was forced to choose to be a PE teacher without thinking through the decision. I ended up regretting my choice after all. It is very hard to change a major at university in Japan, and it was super painful for someone like me to keep studying what I'm not interested in anymore. That's why I decided to study abroad, to seek other opportunities to find what I'm passionate about most. Studying abroad was the best decision I've ever made in my life because of 3 reasons.
So number 1, diverse class. So when I came to BYU, I had to take all the general classes like in Japan, and it was so different.
Unlike Ritsumeikan University, BYU has classes with students from different majors and different grades because there's no system like in Japan, where we have to study together with the same grade students year by year. The environment at BYU gave me an idea of what other students are actually pursuing to become, and it was super useful to apply it to my career development.
Number 2, high quality students. When I was in Ritsumeikan University, everybody cared about whose group to be in or not being excluded all the time.
I also saw a few students studying hard to think about their future seriously. But on the other hand, BYU students are so independent and driven. I think that's because BYU's program is pushing students to study very hard and try us to gain the real skills that we can utilize immediately right after we graduate. Everyone here takes education so seriously because whether we succeed or not, all depending on how well we do in school. For example, BYU students are so engaged with classes. Everyone tries to raise their hands and give their opinions. They not only do this for inside the school, but also they try to gain outside the school experience like internship opportunity, extracurricular activity, and so on. Putting ourselves in that environment is definitely helping us to get ready to become a great worker.
Number 3, English. Of course, we do everything in English for entire 4 years, and I think 4 years is a minimum years required to become a business English level.
I met many Japanese students from Japanese university as an exchange student, but from my perspective, 1 year is not long enough to do well in a global company. I actually had an internship at Bloomberg in Japan last year, and 80% of conversation was carried in English since it is a company from New York. But I did just fine. I could do my job well in that environment, and it gave me a lot of confidence which I wouldn't have had if I didn't attend the BYU. I think anyone who is interested in working in a global environment, BYU is the best place to start. I really appreciate what BYU gave me, and I enjoyed every single moment here. I definitely recommend other Japanese students to come here to gain priceless experience.